Hello guys, welcome to my series, and in today's episode we are going to learn about variables and data types in C#. And basically we are going to learn about such data types as int, float, string and bool. These data types are most often used in Unity, so we will cover them as much as we can and in as short as possible time. So let's start with variables. What a variable is a named piece of memory in your computer. In your program, you're creating a variable, and what you do is basically you're just naming the block of memory in your computer. You're telling the computer, here's my block of memory. I want to address it by typing like something like I, and now when I type I in my program, I want to get access to that memory. I want to read that memory and I want to assign something to that memory. Okay, so I think the variable concept is pretty much easy to grasp. Yeah, so you're just naming the piece of memory and you're just addressing it. Okay. Now let's talk more about data types. What a data type basically means is that you should distinguish, yeah, what is lying down in that piece of memory, yeah, and you're doing this by using data types. So, for example, if let's start with the data type int. If I tell that I is an int variable, what I am expecting to is that this piece of memory will store only integers. Yeah, it will store numbers like so only integers and only one integer at a time. One integer at a time. Okay. So like it could store like 7. I don't know. So here could be 7. Okay. So let's go over here, our previous example, and see what we are doing over here. So first and foremost, we are telling our program, oh, hello program, I would like to have a piece of memory named I. The program tells you, oh, that's fine, I will allocate it for you. And so now you can access this piece of memory which was allocated by the program by the name I. And the program should actually know what you will store there so that to facilitate the allocation of the memory, like if you would store it's just like your room, yeah, if you would store in your room like I don't know, maybe a lot of beds. Oh, that's a strange example, but okay, you will store in your room a lot of beds, so your mom will say, oh, you know what, that's a bad idea, yeah, you maybe should buy one more room, and since your room is for you and you're supposed to live in your room, so I won't allow you to store there like a lot of beds or something else, a lot of some trash. Okay, so the similar concept is in the program. Yeah, you're telling the program, I'm going to store integers, yeah, and I'm going to store them in the piece of memory which I would like to name I, and then the program would like you to put a number in it. So actually you're free not to put, so I could just write something like G, and I am not putting here anything, but then I cannot guarantee that when I write something like debug.log, I expect that it will be 0 in my case, but actually no one will guarantee what will be lying there. So let's output G. We'll see in a moment what it does. As you can see, it tells me local variable G might not be initialized before accessing, and actually it is not initialized. Yeah. Okay, so we cannot access it. So we need to initialize it, and we are doing that by writing integer I equal to 5. And what this does is puts value 5 inside this piece of memory which will be addressed by the name of I. Okay, and then what we are doing is we're telling, hey program, I'm just tired with storing 5 in my piece of memory called I. Oh program, please, can I store the result of this expression in I? And the program tells you, oh, that's fine, you can, of course, you always can. Yeah, and what the result of this expression? The result of this expression is definitely 10, yeah, and then so you have a value 10 in your integer variable. Okay, and then you're just asking your program, oh program, I would like to show in my console this text, here is my I, and then I would like to show the value which is stored now. Your program tells okay, and you are getting this debug.log. Yeah. Okay, so let's just press Ctrl Shift S to save the program, go to Unity, wait while it is recompiled. And by the way, guys, if your game view maximizes every time you run the program, go to game view and click here, maximize on play, disable it, and now when I run the program, the game view won't become maximized, and I will be able to see here, here is my I, and it is 10. Oh, it's definitely 10, since we get an expression 5 plus 5, it returns 10, and then we save this value 10 in our variable I. Okay, so now let's talk a little bit about float, string, and bool. I will skim over them very fast, so I will just write you an example, and you will get everything on your own. So let's just create a float. Let's call it maybe x, and put here 7.444. And by the way, okay, so we put here it. Oh, I type it. Okay, let me log. Here is my float plus x. Okay, now put here a. Then you can just copy. Oh, I think you should be easy already with it. So let's put it here y, and let's put here z, and then we type here a string. And what string basically means is that it is a piece of text. We type here text. Let's put here 098 so that to distinguish our text from like not our output, if in case it will happen. Let's type here string. Then let's go here bool. And we can place here true. Then we are going to output our boolean variable and call that visible. Okay, so guys, as you can see, we have 3 more types, which I would like you to just have a look right now. Maybe you won't get them very nice, but eventually you will, since these 3 variables are used most often in C# and Unity programs. Okay, so the float variable is going to store, like, as you can see, it's just an integer. Integer cannot store 7 dot and blah blah blah, but float can. Yeah, actually you have a double as well, but we will cover it later on. Okay, guys. So so in a float variable you can store values like 2 divided by 5. The result of this expression you can store here the result like 3.13. I mean the pi number, like 2.7 and so on. Okay, so you got it. And one important thing to mention about float is that you should add a f at the end of the number if you're writing it like that. I mean, you should put definitely f here and f here and f here. Okay, and then we'll see the 7.44. Okay. String is just basically a piece of text, so don't worry about it. It's just like this one, but we can address y, and we can put even something else in y. For example, let's put here y something else, again 098. Okay, and then let's add us output it as well. Okay, and what boolean data type means, it can store only true or false. Yeah, and it's pretty useful and handy very often. Yeah, you just might ask your program, did something happen? And instead of like checking something, your program will know the result, which it will store in some variable and then answer you. Yeah, so it will get output. Okay, let's just press Ctrl Shift save, go to Unity, wait while it's compiled. This circle here, I mean, yeah. So wait for a moment. Now clear the console to see the new output and restart the program. So let's have a look here. So here's my I, nothing new, yeah. Oh, and what is that? Here's my float, 7.44. Just as we put over here in our variable x, we are putting the value which is stored in this piece of memory, and that's fine for us. Now we can see here is my string, and this is just a piece of text. Next, what we see is something else, 098, and actually, yeah, we put it here and we output it over here. Okay, so let's move on. Here is my bool, and it is true. And why is it true? Oh, it's because we initialized it using true. Okay, guys, thank you for watching. Leave like, subscribe, ask anything which wasn't clear for you. I will kindly answer. And see you later, guys. Bye bye.